Hi everyone, Sean here from Red Zone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's guest, I have Jet Xavier here. Hey Jet.
Hi guys. Hi Sean, how are you, mate?
Great. Now for those people that don't know Jet, and I don't know why you wouldn't, Jet's known as the high performance guy, working with individuals, leaders, and teams and taking their business to the next level with a particular focus on health and wellness and the focal point around mindset. I've been following Jet for a couple of years and you do amazing work, mate.
Thank you. It's been a great association with you guys, and looking forward to these informative content videos for people in the industry as we move and shift into a changing market, mate.
Yeah, it's certainly a funny time in Australia. All around the States, we're seeing, we know that market shifts. They go through cycles. And right now, at the time of recording, we're certainly seeing a downturn or a shift to the downturn off the back of what has been a very competitive market across many states. And Jet and I got together and we thought what we'd like to do is over the next 5 days, we're going to share a tip a day about what agents can do to help themselves prepare for a shifting market or a downturn market and around that mindset. So let's crack on with it. Jet, what is today's number one tip and why do you think?
Today's number one tip, mate, is you have to be adaptive. You have to have an adaptive mindset. The old Darwin quote, it's not the strongest that survive or the fittest, it's those that can adapt. And that principle runs through every type of business that we've seen historically forever and today. It's no different to what's happening in real estate now. Those who adapt, who shift, pivot quickly, are going to be the ones that have come out strong in the end. If you think about an octopus, mate, if it's in the wild and it's in danger, what does it do? It changes color and it adapts to the rocks around it and it protects itself. And, you know, we have to do the same thing. And I think an adaptive mindset in this type of market is really important because it brings up the question, what's possible? As opposed to, oh my God, what do we do next? An adaptive mindset goes, hang on a second, what's possible here? It's that famous Gretzky example about ice hockey and, you know, what made him successful. And he said he didn't follow the puck, he followed where the puck was going. And I think that's what adaptation is all about at this point in time, mate, in real estate.
Yeah, I feel like COVID gave us a precursor, a trial run of that, where we saw many agents, agencies, property managers having to adapt quickly, people that weren't on cloud-based systems overnight having to shift. So I think there's been probably some pre-training. Now, what happens if somebody
you've got sorry to butt in there, you've got the old brigade who have gone, well, this is our 4,000 cyclical change, and we've seen it before, and those they do well. They keep soldiering on, but there's a big majority, you know, obviously people coming into the industry that have had a great couple of years, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're gonna, you know, they need this message more than the rest.
What is the greatest fear for those agents that don't take this seriously in terms of the need for adaptation? If they don't adopt adaptation, what's going to happen?
Well, if you went to school and you studied dinosaurs, you'd know what happened. You get extinct. It's all over. You know, it's interesting. You go back to Blockbuster and the Netflix sort of tussle years and years ago as we left the famous video store and all of a sudden it was streaming. And I was like, oh my God, what I can get. Well, they actually sent you the DVD. Instead of going to the store, now it got delivered to you. And it was like streaming was the next big thing. And, you know, Blockbuster didn't adapt. And, you know, they basically fizzled into nothingness where Netflix, you know, took over and created the streaming format and then started to produce shows. And all along Netflix has adapted. Even till now, they have to adapt. Things are changing massively. They're hemorrhaging money as the Ubers are and all this disruptors that came along. You know, you're going to see those types of business teach us a thing or two about adaptation. So the fear is if you don't adapt, you die at the end of the day. And, you know, getting prepared and having that mindset that you can't go into this next phase with the same mindset you had for the last couple of years. It's going to be different. And so if you haven't been in a cycle like the old school has before, you're going to have to be smart about this and realize, hang on a second, what's coming? Where is that puck going? And you've got to read that play. Otherwise, you're going to become extinct.
Yeah, for many people, change is really difficult, Jet. It's like so hard, people avoid it. So I think if we talk about the pain of staying the same
Yeah.
versus the cost of change. So what are the true benefits that people can expect from harboring an adaptation mindset?
I guess the number one thing is, Sean, if you're a good agent and you're adapting along the way, and you're in a Zodiac boat, not a big tanker, because most people that don't adapt are in a tanker, and before they realize it, it's too late to turn this thing around. So if you have that mindset of adapting and you're in this Zodiac, you're not going to miss a beat. And I think, I'm certainly coaching my people around Australia to make the transition seamless. Yeah, there's some challenges coming. Yeah, there's some difficulties are going to happen, and there's some things we need to do that we haven't been doing. And, I think that's important in any business. But that ability to go, hang on a second, if I just keep in that Zodiac and I pivot and I listen and I'm open and I'm asking what's possible, it's going to be seamless. And I think that's the biggest benefit, because the last thing you want is difficulty and too much overwhelm as we go through this process in the next couple of years in particular.
Well said, well said. Well, thanks so much for today's tip. Now, if anybody wants to learn more about you and your programs, and I understand you're offering a free consultation as well through your website, how do they find you?
Yeah, jetxavier.com. Free high performance consultation. Just go to that website and fill out your details and be in touch.
Thanks so much, Jet. And thanks so much for catching us today. And we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's tip. All the best. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.